This is the Beyond the Box dumbbell workout. Before you get into it, check out the Instagram post or the BestBox app for the warm-up. Get ready for the workout by increasing your heart rate, increasing your body temperature, and you should start to swell a little bit before you get into it. Today's workout is a CrossFit Open workout that was done both 2014 and 2015, respectively known as 14.2 or 15.2. This workout is every 3 minutes for as long as possible. You will do 2 rounds of single arm overhead squats and dumbbell bent over rows. The pattern starts in the first 3-minute interval as 2 rounds of 10 and 10. The single arm overhead squats are going to be done on 10 on one arm and then 10 on the other. In round 1, you can choose to do 5 and 5 in each round, or choose to do one for the first round on one arm and then the second round on the other. And you would continue that pattern doing half and half or working evenly on both arms for every single interval. In the first interval, it is 10 and 10, 2 rounds. Once you're done, whatever time you have remaining is your rest time until the 3-minute mark, where you would start the second interval. When you get to the second interval, you now do 2 rounds of 12 overhead squats and 12 bent over rows. Rest for the time you have remaining until you get to the 6-minute mark. At the 6-minute mark, you go into 2 rounds of 14 and 14. And then you would rest with whatever time you have remaining, if any at all. You're going to continue that pattern until you cannot get that work done in that small time, in that 3-minute interval. That would then complete your workout. Find a weight that allows you to move quickly, but is going to fatigue you and kind of make it a little more challenging as you get into the later rounds. You want to get through at least the first 2 rounds, get at least 6 minutes out of this workout. This will catch up to you. It will be turned into a sprint. This is going to be a tough workout. Take a look at the movements. Start with the dumbbell. For the overhead squat, we do have to get it overhead. So a couple ways. You can do a clean and jerk, or you can do a snatch. When you're going to that squat, keep that overhead arm close to your head. We don't want it to sway out to the side. That's going to make it more difficult. And I like to keep my other arm out to the side or out in front of me as a bit of a counterbalance. Take a look from the side. Want to get the hips below the hips below the knees. So do half on one side, or do one round, one of those 2 rounds on one arm. And when you get to the second round, you would then go to the other side. You're obviously going to have one side that is stronger and more balanced than the other. So you're going to have to deal with that challenge in the workout as well. Once you're done your overhead squats, you're going to go into bent over rows. Shoulders back and down. Maintain active shoulders and a neutral spine as you bend over. And you're going to pull the elbows back, bring the dumbbells up to your chest. Touch your chest or touch your rib cage and back down. So just to recap, every 3 minutes, for as long as you can maintain, and for as long as you can get your 2 rounds in each 3-minute interval, you're going to go through 2 rounds of overhead squats and dumbbell bent over rows. The RX weights, didn't talk about them earlier, but I'll remind you now, are 50 pounds for the men and 35 pounds for the ladies, or the weight that allows you to move through those movements and get the work done in that time frame. First interval starts at 10 and 10 for 2 rounds, and then the second interval goes to 2 rounds of 12 and 12. Third interval, 2 rounds of 14 and 14, and the pattern will continue until you can no longer get those 2 rounds in that 3-minute interval. Get after it and have fun.